beautiful is the Princess Salomé tonight.
Look at the moon, how strange the moon seems. She is like a woman rising from the tomb. She is like a dead woman. You would fancy she was looking for dead things.
She has a strange look. She's like a little princess who wears a yellow veil and whose feet are of silver. She's like a princess who has little white doves for feet. You would fancy she was dancing.
She's like a woman who was dead. She moves very slowly.
Oh, what an uproar! Who are those old men shouting?
The Jews. They're always like that. They're disputing about their religion. Why are they disputing about their religion? I cannot tell. They're always doing it. The Pharisees, for instance, say that there are angels, and the Sadducees declare that angels do not exist.
Well, I think it's ridiculous to dispute about such things.
How beautiful is the Princess Salomé tonight.
You are always looking at her. You look at her too much. It is dangerous to look at people in such fashion. Something terrible may happen.
She's very beautiful tonight.
Tetrarch has a somber look.
Yes, he has a somber look.
He is looking at something.
He's looking at someone.
Oh, at whom is he looking?
I cannot tell.
How pale the princess is. Never have I seen her so pale. She is like the shadow of a white rose in a mirror of silver.
You must not look at her. You look too much at her.
Herodias has filled the cup with the Tetrarch.
Is that the Queen Herodias with the black features sewn with pearls, the hair powdered with the blue dust?
Yes, that is Herodias, wife of the Tetrarch.
The Tetrarch is very fond of wine. He has wine of 3 sorts. One which comes from the island of Samothrace and is purple like the cloak of Caesar.
Well, I've never seen Caesar.
Another which comes from a town called Cyprus and is yellow like gold.
I love gold.
And the third is a wine of Sicily. That wine is red like
blood.
No.
In my country, there are no gods left. The Romans have driven them out. There are some who say that the gods have hidden themselves in the mountains, but I do not believe that. 3 nights I spent in the mountains searching for them. I did not find them. Finally, I called them out by their names, and they did not come. I think they are dead.
Jews worship a god that you cannot see.
I think that's altogether
In
ridiculous.
fact, they only believe in things that you cannot see.
I cannot understand that at all.
After me shall come another mightier than I. I am not so worthy as to unloose the latchet of his shoes. When he cometh, the solitary place of the earth shall be glad, and he shall blossom like the lily. The eyes of the blind shall see the day, and the ears of the deaf shall be opened. The newborn child shall put his hand upon the dragon's lair. He shall lead the lions by their manes.
Oh, make him be silent! He's always saying ridiculous things.
No, he's a holy man. He's very gentle too. Every day when I give him to eat, he thanks me.
Who is he?
A prophet?
What is his name?
Yochanan.
Whence come he?
He came from the desert, where he fed on locusts and wild honey. He was clothed in camel's hair, and round his loins he wore a leathern belt. He was terrible to look upon. A great multitude followed him. He even had disciples.
What is he talking of?
We can never tell. Sometimes he says terrible things, but it is impossible to tell what he says.
Let's see him.
Tetrarch has forbidden it.
The princess is hidden her face behind her fan. Her little white hands are fluttering like doves that fly to their dovecots. They are like white butterflies. They are just like white butterflies.
What is that to you? Why do you look at her? You must not look at her. Something terrible may happen.
What a strange prison.
This is an old sister.
An old sister. Must be very unhealthy.
Oh no. For instance, the Tetrarch's brother, his elder brother, first husband of Herodias the Queen, was imprisoned in there for 12 years. It did not kill him. At the end of the 12 years, he had to be strangled!
Strangled? Who would dare do that?
Haman, the royal executioner.
Yet it is a terrible thing to strangle a king.
Why? Kings have but one neck, like other folk.
Well, I think it terrible.
The princess rises. She is leaving the table. She looks troubled. She is coming this way. Yes, she is coming towards us. How pale she is. Never have I seen her so pale.
Do not look at her. I pray you not to look at her.
She is like a dove that is strayed. She is like a narcissus trembling in the wind. She is like a silver flower.
I will not stay. I cannot stay. Why does the Tetrarch look at me, all the while with his mole's eyes under his shaking eyelids? It is strange that the husband of my mother looks at me like that. I know not what it means. In truth, yes, I know it.
You've just left the feast, princess.
How sweet the air is here. I can breathe here. And there are Jews from Jerusalem who are tearing each other in pieces over their foolish ceremonies, and barbarians who drink and spill their wine on the pavement, and Romans, brittle and coarse, with their uncouth jargon. Oh, how I loathe the Romans. They are rough and common and give themselves the airs of noble lords.
Will you be seated, Princess?
Why do you speak to her? Why do you look at her? Oh, something terrible will happen.
How good it is to see the moon. She's like a little piece of money. You would think she was a little silver flower. The moon is cold and chaste. I am sure she is a virgin. She has a virgin.
The Lord hath come! The Son of Man hath come! The centaurs are hidden themselves in the rivers, and the sirens have left the rivers, and are lying beneath the leaves of the forest.
Who is that who cried out?
The prophet, Princess.
Ah, the prophet. He of whom the Tetrarch is afraid.
We know nothing of that, Princess. It was the prophet Yochanan who cried out.
Is it your pleasure that I bid them bring your litter, Princess? The night is fair in the garden.
He says terrible things about my mother, does he not?
We never understand what he says, Princess.
Yes. He says terrible things about her.
Princess, the Tetrarch begs you return to the dinner.
I will not go back.
Pardon me, Princess, but if you do not return, some misfortune may happen.
Is he an old man, this prophet?
Princess, it were better to return. Suffer me to lead you.
Is he an old man?
No, Princess, he's quite a young man.
You cannot be sure. There are those who say he is Elias. A very ancient prophet of this country, Princess.
What answer may I give the Tetrarch and the Princess?
Rejoice not, land of Palestine, for the rod of him who smote thee is broken. And from forth the seed of the serpent shall come forth a basilisk, and that which is born of it shall devour the birds.
What a strange voice. I would speak with him.
I fear it is impossible, Princess. The Tetrarch does not wish anyone to speak with him. He has forbidden even the high priest from speaking with him.
I desire to speak with him.
It is impossible.
I will speak with him.
Would it not be better to return to the banquet?
Bring forth this prophet.
We dare not.
How black it is down there. It must be terrible to be in so black a pit. It is like a tomb.
Did you not hear me? Bring forth this prophet. I wish to see him.
Princess, I beg you do not require this of us.
You keep me waiting.
Princess, our lives belong to you, but we cannot do this thing you ask of us. And indeed, it is not of us that you should ask this thing.
Oh, what is going to happen? I am sure that some misfortune will happen.
You will do this tiring for me. Will you not, Nanaboth? You will do this thing for me. I would but look upon this strange prophet. Often have I heard the Tetrarch speak of him. I think the Tetrarch is afraid of him. Are you, even you, also afraid of him, Nanaboth?
Fear him not, Princess. There is no man I fear. But the Tetrarch has formally forbidden that any man should raise the cover of this well.
You will do this thing for me, Nanaboth. And tomorrow when I pass in my litter beneath the gateway of the idol cellar, I will let you fall a little flower, a little green flower.
Princess, I cannot.
You know you will do this thing for me, Naraboth. You know you will do this thing for me. And tomorrow when I pass by the bridge of the idol buyers, I will look at you through the muslin veils. I will look at you, Naraboth. It may be I will smile at you. You know that you will do what I ask of you.
Let the prophet come forth. Princess Salomé desires to see you.
How strange the moon looks. You would think it was the hand of a dead woman who was seeking to cover herself with a shroud.
She has a strange look. She is like a little princess whose eyes are eyes of amber. Through the clouds of muslin she is smiling, like a little princess.
Where is he whose cup of abominations is now full? Where is he who in a robe of silver shall one day die in the face of all people? Bid him come forth that he may hear the words of him who hath cried in the waste places and in the houses of kings.
Of whom is he speaking?
You can never tell, Princess.
Where is she who I've seen in the images of men painted on walls? The images of Chaldeans limed in colours, gave herself up to the lust of her eyes and sent ambassadors into Chaldea.
It is of my mother that he speaks.
Oh no, Princess.
Yes, it is of her that he speaks.
Bid her rise up from her bed of abominations, from her bed of incestuousness, that she may hear the words of him that prepareth the way of the Lord, that she may repent of her iniquities.
But he is terrible. He is terrible.
Do not stay here, princess, I beseech you.
It is his eyes above all that are terrible. They are like black holes burned by torches in a Tyrian tapestry. They are like black caverns where dragons dwell. Like the black caverns of Egypt in which the dragons make their lairs. They are like black lakes troubled by fantastic moons. Do you think he will speak again?
Do not stay here, princess, I pray you do not stay here.
How wasted he is. He is like a thin ivory statue. He is like a vision of silver. I am sure he is as chaste as the moon. He is like a moonbeam, like a shaft of silver. His flesh must be cool like ivory. I must look at him closer.
No, no,
I
princess!
must look at him closer.
Princess, princess!
Who is this woman who is looking at me? I will not have her look at me. Wherefore doth she look at me with her golden eyes under her gilded eyelids? I know not who she is. I do not wish to know who she is. Bid her be gone. It is not to her that I would speak.
I am Salomé, daughter of Herodias, princess of Judea.
Back! Daughter of Babylon, come not near the chosen of the Lord. Thy mother hath filled the earth with the wine of her iniquities, and the cries of her sins shall come up to the ears of God.
Speak again. Yochanan, thy voice is like wine to me.
Princess, princess, princess!
Speak again, Yochanan, speak again and tell me what I must do.
Daughter of Sodom, come not near me, but cover thy face with a veil and scatter ashes upon mine head, and get thee to the desert to seek out the Son of Man.
Who is he? The Son of Man. Is he as beautiful as thou art?
Get thee behind me. I hear the bells, the beating of the wings of the angel of death.
Princess, I beseech you to go within.
Yochanan!
Who speaketh?
Yochanan, I am amorous of thy body. Thy body is white like the lilies of the field, that the Moor hath never mowed. The roses in the garden of the Queen of Arabia are not so white as thy body. Neither the roses in the garden of the Queen of Arabia, nor the feet of the dawn where she lights on the leaves, nor the breast of the moon where she lies on the breast of the sea. There is nothing in this world so white as thy body. Let me touch thy body.
Back! Vile woman came you from this world. Speak not to me. I will not listen to thee. I will listen but to the voice of God.
Thy body is horrible. It is the body of a leper. It is like a plastered wall where vipers have crawled, like a plastered wall where scorpions have made their nest. It is like a whitened sepulchre full of loathsome things. It is horrible. Thy body is horrible. It is not thy hair that I am enamored. Yochanan, thy hair is like clusters of grapes, like the black clusters of grapes that hang from the vine trees of Edom in the land of the Edomites. Thy hair is like the cedars of Lebanon, the great cedars of Lebanon. They give their shade to the lion and to the robbers who hide themselves by day. The long black night, where the moon hides her face and the stars that are afraid are not so black. The silence that dwells in the forest is not so black. There is nothing in this world so black as thy hair. Let me touch thy hair.
Back! Daughter of Sodom, touch me not. Profane not the temple of the Lord God.
Thy hair is horrible. It is covered in mire and dust. It is like a knot of black serpents writhing around my neck. I love not thy hair. It is thy mouth that I desire. Thy mouth is like a band of scarlet on a tower of ivory. It is like a pomegranate cut with a knife of ivory. Thy mouth is redder than the feet of the doves who haunt the temples and who are fed by priests. It is redder than the feet of he who cometh from a forest, where he had slain lions and seen gilded tigers. Thy mouth is like the branches of coral, caught by fishermen on the twilight of the sea. There is nothing in this world so red as thy mouth. Let me kiss thy mouth.
Never, daughter of Babylon, daughter of Sodom, never.
I will kiss thy
Princess, princess! Thou who art like a gardening myrrh, thou who art the dove of all doves, look not to this man, look not at him! Do not speak such words to him. I cannot suffer them. Princess, princess, do not speak these things.
Let me kiss thy mouth, Yogi.
Daughter of a dove.
The young Syrian has slain himself. The young captain has slain himself. He has slain himself, who was my friend. I gave him a little box of perfumes and earrings wrought in silver, and now he has killed himself. Well, I knew the moon was seeing a dead thing, but I knew not that it was he whom she sought. Ah! Why didn't I hide him from the moon? If I had hidden him in a cavern, she would not have seen him.
Princess, the young Syrian has just killed himself.
Daughter of adultery, there's but one that can save thee. Go seek him. He is on a boat of the Sea of Galilee, and he talketh with his disciples. Kneel down by the shore of the sea and call unto him by his name. And when he cometh to thee, bow thyself at his feet and ask of him the remission of thy sins.
Let me kiss thy mouth.
Cursed be thou, daughter of a incestuous mother, be thou accursed.
I will kiss thy mouth, Yogi.
I do not wish to look at thee. I will not look at thee. Thou art accursed, Salomé. Thou art accursed.
I will kiss thy mouth, Yogi. I will kiss thy mouth.
We must bear away the body to another place. The Tetrarch does not care to see dead bodies. He said,
He was my brother, and nearer to me than a brother. I gave him a little box full of perfumes and a ring of agate that he wore always on his hand. In the evening, we used to walk by the river, among the almond trees, and he would tell me of the things of his country. He spake ever very low. The sound of his voice was like the sound of the flute, of a flute player. Also, he much loved to gaze at himself in the river. I used to reproach him for that.
You're right. We must hide the body. The Tetrarch must not see it.
Where is Salomé? Where is the princess? Why did she not return to the banquet as I commanded? Ah, there she is.
You must not look at her. You are always looking at her.
The moon has a strange look tonight. Has she not a strange look? She is like a mad woman. A mad woman who is seeking everywhere for lovers.
She is naked too. She is quite naked.
I am sure she is seeking everywhere for lovers. Does she not reel like a drunken woman? She is like a mad woman, is she not?
The moon is like the moon. That is all. Let us go within. You have nothing to do.
I will stay here. The air here is delicious. Yes, the air here is delicious. Come on, Rodias. I have slipped. I have slipped in blood. It is an ill omen. It is a very evil omen. Wherefore is there blood here? And this body? What does this body here think you? I am like the king of Egypt, who gives no feast to his guests, but that he shows him a corpse. Whose is it? I will not look upon it.
It is our captain, sire. It is the young Syrian whom you made captain only 3 days ago.
I gave no order that he should be slain.
He killed himself, sire.
For what reason I made him captain?
We do not know, sire. But he killed himself.
That to me seems strange. I thought it was only Roman philosophers who killed themselves. Is that not true, Gallus? That Roman philosophers killed themselves?
There are some who kill themselves, sire. They're the Stoics. The Stoics are coarse people. They're ridiculous people. I myself regard them as being perfectly ridiculous.
I also. It is ridiculous to kill oneself.
Everyone at Rome laughs at them. The emperor has written a satire against them. It's recited everywhere.
He has written a satire? Oh, Caesar is wonderful. He can do everything. I am sorry the young Syrian has killed himself. I am even very sorry, as he was fair to look upon. He was even very fair. He had languorous eyes. I remember how he looked languorously at Salomé. Truly, I thought he looked at her too much.
There are others who look at her too much.
I am sorry he is dead. Well, why have you left the body here? Away with it! I will not look upon it. It is cold here. There is a wind blowing. Is there not a wind blowing?
No, there is no wind.
I tell you, there is a wind that blows, and I hear it in the air. What more do I hear a beating of wings? A beating of mighty wings. Do you not hear it?
I tell you, there is nothing. You are ill. Let us go within.
I am not ill. It is your daughter who is sick. She is the need of a sick person. Never have I seen her so pale.
I have told you not to look at her.
Pour me forth wine. Salomé, come. Drink a little wine with me. I have here a wine that is exquisite. Caesar himself sent it to me. Dip into it thy little red lips, so that I may drain the cup.
I'm not thirsty, Tetrarch.
You hear how she answers me, this daughter of yours!
She does right! Why are you always gazing at her?
Bring me ripe fruit. Salomé, come. Eat a little fruit with me. I love to see in the fruit the mark of thy little white teeth. Bite but a little of this fruit, and then I will eat what is left.
I'm not hungry, Tetrarch.
You see how you brought up this daughter of yours?
My daughter and I come of a royal race. As for thee, thy father was a cattle driver. He was also a robber.
Thou liest.
I know as well it is true.
Salomé, come, sit next to me. I will give thee the throne of thy mother.
I'm not tired, Tetrarch. I'll see what she thinks of you.
Bring me. What is it I desire? I forget.
No! The day has come. That which I foretold has come to pass. Save the Lord God. Oh! The day which I spoke.
Be silent! I will not listen to his voice. This man is forever vomiting insults against me.
He has said nothing against you. Besides, he's a very great prophet.
I do not believe in prophets. Can a man tell me? No man knows it. Moreover, he is forever insulting me. But I think you are afraid of him. I know well you are afraid of him.
I am not afraid of him. I'm afraid of no man.
I tell you, you are afraid of him. If you are not afraid of him, then why not deliver him to the Jews? But for the 6 months past, I've been clamoring for him.
Truly, my lord, it were better to deliver him into our hands.
Enough on the subject. I've already given you my answer. I will not deliver him into your hands. He is a holy man. He is a man who has seen God.
That cannot be. No man has seen God since the prophet Elias. He was the last man who saw God. In these days God doth not show himself, he hideth himself. Therefore great evils have come upon the land.
Verily no man knows that the prophet Elias did indeed see God. Peradventure it was but the shadow of God that he saw.
God is at no time hidden. He showeth himself at all times and in everything. God is in what is evil, even as he is in what is good.
No man knows how God worketh. His ways are very mysterious. It may be that the things that we call good are evil, and the things that we call evil are in fact good. There is no knowledge of anything. We must needs submit to everything, for God is very strong. He breaketh in pieces the strong together with the weak, for he regardeth not any man.
Thou speakest truly. God is terrible. He breaketh the strong and the weak as a man breaks corn in a mortar. But this man had never seen God. No man had seen God since the prophet
Make
Elias.
them be silent, they weary me.
And I have heard it said that Yochanan himself is your prophet Elias.
That cannot be. It is more than 300 years since the days of the prophet Elias.
There be some who say that this man is your prophet Elias.
I am sure that he is the prophet Elias.
Nay, but he is not the prophet Elias.
So the day has come, the day of the Lord. And I hear upon the mountains the feet of him who shall be the Saviour of our world.
What does that mean, the Saviour of the world?
Oh, it is a title Caesar takes, sire.
But Caesar is not coming to Judea. Only yesterday I received letters They contained nothing concerning the matter, and you delegates, who were at Rome only this winter, heard nothing concerning the matter, did you?
Though I heard nothing concerning the matter, sire, I was merely explaining the title. It is one of Caesar's titles.
But Caesar cannot come. He is too doubted. Also, there are reasons of state. He who leaves Rome loses Rome. He will not come. Howbeit, Caesar is Lord. He will come if he wishes.
It was not concerning Caesar that the prophet spake these words, sire.
Not of Caesar.
No, sire.
Concerning whom then did he speak?
Concerning Messiah, who hath come.
Messiah hath not come.
He hath come, and everywhere he hath performed miracles.
Oh, miracles. I do not believe in miracles. I have seen too many. My fan.
Verily, this man hath performed true miracles. Thus, at a marriage which took place in a little town of Galilee, a town of some importance, he hath changed water into wine. Certain persons who were present related it to me. He had also killed 2 lepers who were seated at the gate of Capernaum simply by touching them.
Nay, it was blind men he healed Capernaum.
They were but lepers, but he had healed the blind also, and was seen on a mountain talking with angels.
Angels do not exist.
Angels do exist, but I do not believe this man has talked with them.
He was seen by a great multitude of people talking with angels.
Not with angels.
How these men weary me. They are ridiculous. Well, my fan.
There is also the miracle of the daughter of Jairus.
Oh, yes, that is true. No man may gainsay it.
Oh, command them to be silent.
What is the miracle of the daughter Jairus?
The daughter of Jairus was dead. He raised her from the dead.
He raises the dead.
Yea, sire, he raiseth the dead.
I do not wish him to do that. I forbid him to do that. I allow no man to raise the dead. This man must be found and told that I forbid him to raise the dead. Where is the man at present?
He is in every place, my lord, but it is hard to find him.
It is said he is now in Samaria.
Nay, he left Samaria since I believe he is currently in the neighborhood of Jerusalem.
No, he is not there. I have just come from Jerusalem, and for 2 months they have had no tidings of him.
No matter. But let them find him, and tell him from me that I forbid him to raise the dead, to turn water into wine, to heal the lepers and the blind. He may do these things if he wishes. I say nothing against these things. In truth, I hold it a good deed to heal a leper, but I allow no man to raise the dead. To be terrible if the dead came back.
Ah! The haunted! Harlot! Ah! The daughter of Babylon with her golden eyes and her gilded islands. Save the Lord God! Let her come up against a great multitude of men. Let the people take stones to her. Ah, stone
Command
her!
him to be silent.
Let the war captains pierce her with their swords. Let the crush her beneath their shields. It is thus that I would wipe out all wickedness from the earth, and with all women who are not, I would take her abomination.
Hear what he says about me. You allow him to revile your wife.
He did not speak your name.
What does that matter? You know well it is I whom he seeks to revile. I am your wife, am I not?
Of truth, dear and noble Herodias, you are my wife. Before that, you were the wife of my brother.
It was you who tore me from his arms.
Of truth, I was stronger. But let us not talk of that matter. I do not wish to talk of it. It is the cause of the terrible words that the prophet has spoken. A misfortune will happen. Let us not talk of it. Noble Herodias, we are not mindful of our guests. Fill thou my cup, my well-beloved. Fill with wine the great goblets of silver and the great goblets of glass. There are Romans here. I will drink to Caesar. We must all drink to Caesar.
Caesar! Caesar!
Dear daughter, how pale she
What
is.
is it to you if she be pale or not?
Never have I seen her so pale.
You must not look at her.
In that day the sun shall become black like sackcloth of hair, and the moon shall become like blood, and the stars shall fall from the heavens like bright figs that fall from the fig trees.
And the kings of the earth shall be afraid.
I should like to see that day of which he speaks, when the moon shall become like blood and the stars shall fall upon the earth like bright figs. This prophet speaks like a drunken man. But I cannot suffer the sound of his voice. I hate his voice. Command him to be silent.
I I will not. I cannot understand what it is he have said, but it may be an omen.
He speaks like a drunken man.
It may be he is drunk in the wine of God. Degalus, when you were at Rome of late, did the Emperor speak to you on the subject of...
On what subject, sire?
Oh, what subject? As I asked you a question, I forget what it is I would have asked.
You are looking again at my daughter. You must not look at her. I have already said so.
You say nothing else!
I say it again!
And at the restoration of the temple of which they've talked so much, will anything be done? They say that the veil of the sanctuary has disappeared completely.
It was thyself did steal us. Thou speakest at random. You are drunk. I will not stay here. Let us go within.
Dance for me, Salomé.
I will not have her dance.
I have no desire to dance, Tetrarch.
Salomé, daughter of Herodias, dance for me.
Let her alone.
I command thee to dance,
I will not
Salomé.
dance, Tetrarch. You see how she obeys you.
But what is it to me whether she dance or not? It is not to me. I am happy. I am exceeding happy. Never have I been so happy.
The Tetrarch has a somber look, has he not a somber look?
He has a somber look.
For what reason should I not be happy? Caesar, who is Lord of the world, who is Lord of all things, loves me well. He has just sent me most precious gifts, and he has promised to summon to Rome the king of Cappadocia, who is my enemy. It may even be at Rome they will crucify him. Verily, Caesar is Lord. Thus, you see, I have the right to be happy. Indeed, I am happy. There is nothing in the world that can mar my happiness.
He shall be seated on this throne, and he shall be clothed in robes of gold. In his hand he shall bear a golden cup full of his blasphemies, and the angel of the Lord shall smite him. He shall be eaten of worms.
Hear what he says about you. He says you will be eaten of worms.
It is not me that he speaks, it is the king of Cappadocia that he speaks. The king of Cappadocia, who is my enemy, it is he who shall be eaten of worms, not I. This prophet has never spoken a word against me, save that I sinned in taking to wife the wife of my brother. It may be that he is right, for of a truth, you are sterile.
I am sterile. You say that. You that are ever looking at my daughter. You that would have her dance for your pleasure. It is absurd to say that. I have borne a child. You have gotten no child. No, not even from one of your slaves. It is you who are sterile, not I.
Peace, woman! I say that it is you who is sterile. You have borne me no child, and the prophet says that our marriage isn't a true marriage. He says it is an incestuous marriage, a marriage that will bring evils. I fear that he is right, but it is not the moment to talk of such things. I will be happy at this moment. I am happy. I am passing happy. There is nothing I lack.
The Tetrarch has a somber look.
Yes, he has a somber look.
Salomé. Salomé. Dance for me. I pray thee, dance for me. I am sad tonight. Yes, I am passing sad. When I came hither, I slept in blood, and I heard in the air a beating of wings. A beating of mighty wings. I cannot tell what they mean. I am sad tonight. Therefore dance for me, Salomé. I beseech you. If you dance for me, you may ask of me what you will, and I will give it to you, even unto the half of my kingdom.
Will you indeed give me whatsoever I shall ask?
Do not dance, my daughter.
Anything. even to the half of my kingdom.
You swear it, Tetrarch.
I swear it, Salomé.
Why not will you swear?
By my life, by my crown, by my gods. Whatever soul thou desireth, I shall give to thee, if you will but dance for me. Oh, Salomé, Salomé, dance for me.
You have sworn, Tetrarch.
I have sworn, Salomé.
All this I ask, even into the half of your kingdom.
My daughter, do not dance.
Even to the half of my kingdom. Thou shalt be as fair as a queen, if it please thee to ask for the half of my kingdom. Will she not be as fair as a queen? It is cold here. There is an icy wind, and I hear. What for do I hear in the air this beating of wings, this beating of mighty wings? One might fancy a bird, a huge black bird that hovers over the terrace.
Nay, leave it. You must not find symbols in everything you see. It makes life impossible. I am happy. I'm passing happy. Yes, the air is delicious. Have I not the right to be happy? Your daughter is going to dance for me. Will you dance for me, Salomé? You have promised to dance for me.
I will not have her
I
dance.
will dance for you, Tetrarch.
You hear what your daughter says. She is going to dance for me. Oh, you do well to dance for me, Salomé. And when you have danced for me, forget not to ask of me whatever soul you wish. Whatever soul you wish, I shall give to you, even unto the half of my kingdom. I have sworn it, have I not? Well, wherefore dost thou tarry, Salomé?
I'm awaiting until my slaves bring perfumes and the 7 veils, and take off my sandals.
You are going to dance with naked feet. 'Tis well, 'tis well. Your little feet will be like white doves. They will be like little white flowers dancing upon a tree. No! No, there is blood spilled. She must not dance in the blood. What an evil omen!
What is it to you if she dance on blood? Thou hast waded deep enough therein.
What is it to me? Look at the moon. She's become red. She has become as red as blood. The prophet prophesies truly. He prophesied for the moon to become as red as blood, and now it has. All of you heard him. Do you not see it?
Yes, I see it well. And the stars are falling upon the earth like ripe figs, are they not? And the sun has become black like sackcloth of hair. And the kings of the earth are afraid. That at least one can tell. The prophet, for once in his life, was right. The kings of the earth are afraid. Let us go within. You are sick. They will say at Rome that you are mad. Let us go within.
Who is this that cometh from Edom? Who is this that cometh from Bosra? Whose raiment is dyed with purple? Who shineth in the greatness of his beauty? Who walketh in the mighty of his greatness? Wherefore is thy raiment stained in scarlet?
Let us go within. The voice of that man maddens me. I will not have my daughter dance while he is continually crying out. I will not have her dance while you are looking at her in this fashion. In a word, I will not have her dance.
Do not rise, my wife, my queen. It will avail thee nothing. I will not go within until she hath danced. Dance for me, Salomé. Dance for me.
Do not dance, my daughter.
I'm ready, Tetrarch.
You see that she has danced for me, your daughter. Oh, come near, Salomé. Come near, so that I may give you your reward. I pay the dancers well. I pay thee royally. What would thou have? Speak.
I would that they presently bring me in a silver charger.
In a silver charger? Yes, surely in a silver charger. Oh, she is charming, is she not? What would you have them bring you in a silver charger? Oh, sweet and fair Salomé, you who are fairer than all the daughters of Judea, what would you have them bring thee in a silver charger? Whatever so it may be, they shall give to you. My treasures belong to thee. What is it, Salomé?
The head of Yochanan.
That is well said, my daughter.
No. No!
That is well said, my daughter.
No, no, you do not ask me that, Salomé. Do not listen to your mother's voice. She is ever giving you evil counsel. Do not heed her.
I do not heed my mother.
It is for mine own pleasure that I ask the head of Yochanan in a silver charger. You have sworn, Herod. Forget not that you have sworn an oath.
I know it. I know it well. I swore it by my God, but I pray thee, Salomé, ask of me something else. Ask of me for the half of my kingdom, and I shall give it to you, but ask not what you have asked me.
I ask of you the head of Yochanan.
No, you do not ask me that.
You have sworn, Herod.
Yes, you have sworn. Everybody heard you swore it before everybody.
Be silent! Not to you I speak.
My daughter has done well to ask the head of Yochanan. He has covered me with insults. He has said monstrous things against me. One can see that she loves her mother well. Do not yield, my daughter. He has sworn. He has sworn.
Be silent! Speak not to me! Come, Salomé. Be reasonable. I've never been hard to you. I have never loved you. It may even be that I loved you too much. Therefore, ask not this thing of me. This is a terrible thing, an awful thing for you to ask. Oh, surely I think thou art jesting. The head of a man cut from his body is held to look upon, is it not? It is not meet that the eyes of a virgin to look upon such a thing. You know, what pleasure could you have from it? No. It's not what you ask.
I said that I demand the head of Yochanan.
You're not listening to me. You're not
The
listening.
head of Yochanan.
No, you say that to trouble me because I have looked at you all this evening. Yes, it is true. I have looked at you all this evening. Your beauty troubled me. Your beauty grievously troubled me, and I looked at you too much. But I shall look at you no longer. Neither at people, nor at things. Should one look only at mirrors, should one look, for they do but show us masks. Oh, bring me wine. I thirst. Come, Salomé. Let's be friends. What would I say? I would say, come here, Salomé. I'm sure you will not hear me. You know my peacocks. My beautiful white peacocks that walk in the garden between the myrtles and the cypress trees. When they cry out, the rain comes, and when the moon shows herself in the heavens, they spread their tails. There are not in the world birds so beautiful. I have but 100, but I will give them all to you. Only, you must lose me from my oath and ask not what you have asked me.
Give me the head of Yochanan. That is well said, my daughter. As for you, you are ridiculous with your peacock.
Be silent! You cry out always like a beast of prey. Your voice wearies me. Be silent. I say, Salomé, think of what you are doing. This man comes perchance of God. The finger of God hath touched him. If he dies, a misfortune might happen to me. In any case, he said the day he dies, a misfortune might happen to someone. That could only be me. Remember, when I entered, I slipped in blood, and I heard in the air a beating of wings, a beating of mighty wings. These are very evil omens. Well, you wouldn't wish a misfortune to happen to me. You wouldn't wish that? Listen to me then. pretend that you're not listening. Be calm. Be calm. Be calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm quite calm. Listen, I have pearls hidden in this place. Jewels that even your mother has never seen. Jewels that are marvellous. I have a collar of pearls set in 4 rows. They are like unto moons chained with silver. They are like 50 moons caught in a golden net. On the ivory of her breast, the queen has worn it. Thou shalt be as fair as a queen. Listen, I have a crystal into which it is not lawful for a woman to look. He who carries it in his hand can make women sterile, and he who wears it on his head can see things which are not. What desires more than this? Tell me the thing that thou desirest the most, and I shall give it to thee, save one thing. I will give thee everything I have, save one life. I will give thee the mantle of the high priest. I will give thee the veil of the sanctuary.
Give me the head of Yochanan.
Let her be given what she asks. Of truth, she is her mother's child. What is my ring? There is a ring on my right hand, and now it has disappeared. What is my wine? There was wine in my cup, now it is, someone has drunk it. Oh, surely some evil will befall. Wherefore did I give my oath? Kings ought to never pledge their word. If they keep it, it is terrible. And if they keep it not, it is also terrible.
There is no sound. I hear nothing. Why does he not cry out, this man? If any man sought to kill me, I would cry out, I would struggle, I would not suffer. Strike. Strike me, man, strike, I tell you. No. There is nothing. There is a silence. A terrible silence. Ah! Something's fallen on the ground. I heard something fall. It is the sword of the headsman. He is afraid, this slave. He dare not kill him. He is a coward, this slave. Let soldiers be sent. Hither ye, soldiers, get you down into the cistern and bring me the thing I ask. The thing that the Tetrarch has promised me. The thing that is mine. Tetrarch. Command your soldiers that they bring me the head of Yochanan. You would not suffer me to kiss your mouth, Yochanan. Well, I will kiss it now. I will bite it with my teeth as one bites a ripe fruit. I said it. Did I not say it? I said it. Yes. I will kiss it now. But wherefore do you not look at me, Yochanan? Your eyes that were so terrible, so full of rage and scorn are shut now. Wherefore are they shut? Open up your eyes. Lift up your eyelids. Wherefore do you not look at me? Aren't you afraid of me? You will not look at me. And your tongue, there was a red snake darting poison. It moves no more. It says nothing now. You did speak evil words against me. You did treat me as a harlot, a wanton. Me, Salomé, daughter of Herodias, princess of Judea. Well, Yochanan, I still live. But you are dead, and your head belongs to me. Your body was a column of ivory. of silver lilies. There was nothing in this world so white as your body. There was nothing in this world so black as your hair. In this whole world, there was nothing so red as your mouth. Your voice was like a censer that scattered strange perfumes. And when I looked on you, I heard a strange music. I love thee yet, Yochanan, and neither wines nor fruits can appease my desire. What shall I do now, Yochanan? Neither the great waters nor the floods can quench my passion. I was a princess and you did scorn me. I was a virgin and you took my virginity from me. I was chaste and you filled my veins with fire. Why did you not look at me, Yochanan? If only you could have looked at me, you would have loved me. And the mystery of love is greater than the mystery of death. Love only should one consider.
She is monstrous, thy daughter. She is truly monstrous. What she has done is a great crime. I am sure that it is a crime against an unknowing God.
I approve of what my daughter has done. She's done well.
There speaks the incestuous wife. Come! I will not stay here. Come, I tell thee. I will not look at things. Put out the torches. I will not suffer things to look at me. Hide the moon. Hide the stars. Let us hide ourselves in our palace, Aurorias. I begin to be afraid.
I have kissed thy mouth, Yochanan. I have kissed thy mouth. There was a bitter taste on thy lips. Was it the taste of blood? But perchance it was the taste of love. They say that love has a bitter taste. But what? What of that? I have kissed thy mouth, Yochanan.
Kill that woman.
Stories about a better place to be. Radio Free. J'ai cru t'entendre à plein d'endroits, mais les paroles fuyaient mes pas. C'est le malheur ou bien la ici, je vais là-bas. Et je ne l'ai pas encore trouvé. Cette liberté dont tu m'attends, chanter